Hello, 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 my amigos. Welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of The Show with No Name. And you know, as always, we like to lift off. We like to get this thing up off the ground. Consider it like a little boost, un aumento, like a cup of coffee when you need it the most. Folks, this is The Show with No Name, and it's time for liftoff.
T-minus 10.
9. Come on.
8, 7.
I need you.
6, 5.
Come on.
4, 3, 2.
We got it.
1, 0.
Come on.
Ignition.
Cross your fingers,
Lift
folks.
Lift off.
We're going to get this thing off the ground. Come on. Get up there.
Get ready.
Yes.
Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready
For the ride of your life.
The show with no. It's show with no name time.
Where?
On radio.
Oh, on Vaughn Radio.
It's the show with no name.
Let's go. All right. I can feel you. I can feel you. That's right, folks. It's the show with no name. I hope you guys are nice and warm on this winter day. Oh, man. It's chilly. You know how my daughter learned that word? Chilly? Chilly Willy. You know Woody Woodpecker's friend? Well, I don't know if he's his friend, because Chilly Willy always gets his way. He's that little penguin who waddles around. Willy el helado, el que tiene frío. Chilly Willy. Well, it's a little bit chilly, but I know you guys have warmed up with my buddy Futz. Futz. Sorry, guy, I changed your name. You are now Futz. I don't know what all the futz is about. I'm making a joke. The expression is, I don't know what all the fuss is about. El jaleo. I'm not talking about fuss. I'm talking about Fitz. And his program, No Excuses. You can start your day with a boost. Speaking of a boost, an adrenaline boost. It's like an espresso. And I'm talking about the Pro Bow Show with your buddy and my buddy, Rob Grams. Talk about starting your day off on the right foot. And you got Richard Vaughn live. Man, you can learn so many things with Richard Vaughn. I've already had him on my podcast, FYI, 3 times. And, it's not because I don't want to have him on more, but I don't want to take advantage of his friendship, because I know Richard Vaughn is a busy guy. He's got a lot of things going on. And one of those things is the upcoming Vaughn Radio Trivia Night, hosted by the one and only, you know him, Richard Vaughn or Baugan. ¿En qué hemos quedado? Well, call him whatever you will. Just make sure you join us on December 13th. Guess who's hosting our upcoming Vaughn Radio Trivia Night?
My name's Richard Vaughn. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
You guessed it. None other than the one and only Richard Vaughn. Join us on Wednesday, December 13th at 8:30 p.m. We're going to have fun. We'll laugh. We'll play. You'll meet your favorite Vaughn Radio presenters and your fellow students. And there are even prizes for the winning team. So don't miss it. Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Hosted by the one and only Richard Vaughn. Wednesday, December 13th at Roll Madrid, Calle de Amaniel 23. It's gonna be tons of fun. No doubt about it, folks. Tons of fun, and we're gonna learn, we're gonna laugh. Hey, It sounds a little bit like the show with no name, especially the challenging part. And speaking of challenges, it's time for our first challenge of today. It's our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Do it. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Chilly Willy, Chilly Willy, Chilly Willy. Chilly Willy, Chilly Pop quiz. Yeah. Man, what's up, Doc? This is Kermit the Frog. Let's go. Ba-deep, ba-deep, ba-deep. That's all, folks. Pop quiz. Hey, boo-boo. What are we gonna do when the park ranger comes to get our picnic basket? Barney Rubble. Oh, man. Those are some of the classic cartoons over there. And as I said, you can learn English with cartoons. Of course you can. You don't think I learned English with cartoons? I mean, that's some of the earliest things a kid watches. And my daughter, I see it daily. As I just said before, Chilly Willy. She learned the word chilly. Most of my students say, I'm cold. Now she says, I'm chilly, because she thinks of that little penguin who's friends with Woody Woodpecker. Y sabe decir pájaro carpintero. Woodpecker. So that's interesting. Just be careful with that word pecker, because pecker is also another word for penis. Yeah, I didn't get into that part with her. And by the way, I hope you guys are enjoying the new section. I've been getting a lot of really positive feedback about the section Learn with Lara. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you as well for your participation every day and your feedback. This helps the show grow. It helps the show evolve. The same way I give you guys feedback when it's question of the week or something like that. So it's a mutual thing. It's give and take. Toma y daca. And it reminds me of one of my favorite idiomatic expressions. Sharing is caring. So right now I'm going to share something from my third book. This book is The Milk 2. Now, I can't believe it, but this book came out like 8 years ago, but it's still relevant. I mean, if you look through it, you'll see that all the characters are really well known. This next one, we'll warm up a little bit here. Calentamos un poco. So how would you say chillido, chillar, or chirriar? You want a clue? I'll give you a clue in each one. All right, here's your clue. It's all right, because I'm saved by the bells. It's all right. Saved by the Bell, you know the show? Zach, Kelly Kapowski. Whoa, Kelly Kapowski. And what was the guy's voice who sounded like this? Screech, right? Wasn't his name Screech? So how do you say chillido, chillar, chirriar? Screech. Did you hear that? I think the tires just screeched. Listen to his voice. It couldn't be a more appropriate name. Here's another one. We're looking just at personajes here. Some of the characters we're all familiar with. And now we're going to listen to a little excerpt about cartoons. But just to show you that you can learn from just by knowing characters' names, people's names. All right, let me give you another one just to warm up over here. I'm looking for a good one here that, let's see. All right, I've got one. I've got one over here. How would you say somebody who's always in a bad mood? Okay, it's also corteza de pan. Okay. Y también es otra forma de decir también algo que es como crujiente, como la corteza del pan. Think of The Simpsons. Did you say crusty? Oh man, he was pretty crusty this morning. Just be careful. The character's name is spelled with a K, but the real word is with a C, crusty. So we've already looked at a few of them. Shaggy, Bugs Bunny, right? These are all characters. Shaggy, melenudo, to bug, molestar. So let's listen to a little excerpt. As you know, all our books come with audio. And we're going to listen to a little excerpt over here from This Book is the Milk 2. Again, it's number 2 in the trilogy. And the trilogy is the Milk trilogy. You've got number 1, which is This Book is the Milk, the bestseller. You've got the follow-up, This Book is the Milk 2. And the latest one, you know it, This Book is the Shit. So you've got all of those available at the Vaughn Tienda. And right now, amigos, we are going to listen to a little excerpt. And then, as always, I've got a job for you. If you've got the book and you want to follow along, it's from This Book is the Milk 2, and it is chapter 18. And we're going to learn English from some cartoons, some classic cartoons that we all know and love.
Oh, I feel a bit dizzy, Alberto.
Oh, man. Well, you've been watching cartoons all morning. You know, TV rots your brain, dude.
I can't avoid it. I love cartoons.
I like how you said I can't avoid it, pero ¿qué sería más natural?
I can help it.
Good. Como Elvis. I can help.
Sabes que yo pensaba que significaba no puedo ayudarte a enamorarte de mí.
Hombre, las canciones de Elvis te pueden ayudar a cualquiera a enamorarse, ¿no?
They can help us all. Bueno, vamos a ver un poco personajes de dibujos animados que nos pueden ayudar con el inglés.
Bueno, pero tú eres Dizzy, ¿me recuerdas a un personaje?
Pues sí, Dizzy, el de los Looney Tunes, ¿te acuerdas?
Claro, me recuerda un poco también al Tasmanian Devil, ¿no?
Sí, era
es
como
otro
su hijo.
Personaje Dizzy.
Claro, es que era como el hijo del demonio de Tasmania, por eso estaba mareado porque estaba todo el rato
spinning around. Y eso lo sabemos del gimnasio, el spinning.
El spinning, claro, que giras los pedales. Otras más.
Yeah.
Swift. Do you remember Swift? No, you didn't have Swift in the States, right?
We got Taylor Swift, baby.
No, but David Gnome? No, you didn't have that one.
No, David Gnome. I know it because of your group, El Hombre Linterna.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Swift was the fox who David used to ride. So because he was very fast, he was very swift, rápido.
Right, sure.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I love when things make sense like that. One, too, that my daughter is hooked on, está enganchada. She's hooked on it, como un gancho, un garfio, como Captain Hook, hablando de personajes. Muzzy.
She likes Muzzy?
Dude, I don't know what kind of drugs they used or how they got inside children's minds, but my daughter is spellbound.
Yeah.
Bajo un hechizo con Muzzy, Corvax, and she's learning. She walks around the house saying, I'm clever.
I'm Corvax, I'm clever.
Y me gustan estas palabras como Dizzy, Muzzy. Son como muy de personaje de
Muzzy
dibujo animado.
Es como que estás borroso, ¿no? Es algo borroso.
Borroso, confuso, absolutely. But ahí no solo aprendemos de los personajes, pero usan todas las estructuras. Mi hija aprendió a contar con Corvax, ¿no? How many trees are there? Count. Hablando de Count, el conde del barrio Sésamo.
Que tenía juego de palabras, claro, era el conde porque contaba. He used to count.
But he didn't count. Well, he did. He counted everything, even Pebbles.
Pebbles, nice character. Pebbles es genial porque es la hija de los Picapiedra.
Yeah.
So, tiene sentido que la hija más pequeña de los Picapiedra sea una chinita, un guijarro. So, a pebble es una chinita en el zapato.
Yeah. I've got a pebble in my shoe. I love, you know what? You could literally, excuse what I said before. I said watching TV will rot your brain. No, it's going to teach you tons of vocabulary in English.
You only have to pay attention.
Yeah, you got to pay attention and don't be so daffy.
So daffy. Esto es como torpe.
Loco, torpe.
Can you use it in context?
he's a bit daffy. He's a bit, it's not a good
Es
thing.
como bobo, ¿no? Un poco tontaina.
Well, think about this guy, Daffy Duck. He's always, what is he doing? He's making mistakes. Duck season.
Yeah.
And he points the gun at himself.
Yeah, he's very daffy, definitely. What about Gizmo? Because the gremlin was called Gizmo, but does it mean anything?
Yeah, a gizmo is like a gadget, a device, artilugio.
And you use it commonly?
Sure. What is that? Muchas veces cuando no sabemos, give me that gizmo
Give
over
me
there.
that gizmo. Dame esto que decimos aquí. Dame el cacharro ese.
Normalmente eso es para algo electrónico. Si no es electrónico, decimos that thingamabob or thingamajiggy.
Wow, thingamabob.
Esa cosa, cuando tu madre dice, pásame
el este.
El otro, el cómo se llama.
El cacharro. Give me the, again.
Thingamajiggy.
Thingamajiggy.
Or thingamabob.
Thingamabob.
Thingamabob. Con cosechón. It's like saying it like that, right?
Qué loca esa, muy loca.
Well, hey, it's a ridiculous word.
And do you remember Splinter from the Ninja Turtles?
Oh, do I remember Splinter? Are you kidding? Okay, I didn't have David el Gnomo, the gnome, right? But we did have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power.
Ninjas in a...
Heroes in a half shell.
Half shell, media concha.
Yeah, and we have to do is we don't pronounce the L in half. El error muy común nos dicen half. So vamos a cantarlo. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle Power.
Turtle Power. Turtle. Qué difícil, ¿eh? Turtle. No turtle. Turtle no.
O turtle, he oído.
Wow.
Turtle.
Right. Turtle. Difícil de decir.
And one of my favorite ones we can wrap up with, scrap. Hey, wait, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Scrappy-Doo.
Scrappy, que era como el sobrino de Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the little annoying guy, el pequeño pesado, that was always looking for scraps, sobras.
Sobras, okay.
En dos sentidos. He was looking for scraps, a ver lo que sobra ahí de la mesa. And he always wanted to scrap, pelearse.
Ok, so scrap es pelearse y las sobras. Ok, pero normalmente dices scraps o otra manera de decir sobras.
Yeah, the scraps are what you give to the dog. The leftovers are what you put in the fridge.
Okay.
So guys, watch more cartoons. Scooby-Dooby-Doo,
where are you? We got some work to do now.
All right, folks, there you go. As you can hear, I should say, Damian and I are having tons of fun as we both learn. What do you think? I'm not learning Spanish with him? Of course, folks, it should be fun. It should be an adventure. All right, folks, well, I've got a little challenge for you. In fact, I've got 3 challenges lined up for you. And I want to see how well you guys were paying attention. Again, if you want that audio, all you have to do is get This Book is the Milk 2, or any of our Vaughn materials, I should say. And on page 2 or 3, usually it's in the first couple pages of the book, you will have access to some audio codes. You'll go somewhere and it's a website. It's audios at Grupo Vaughn, something like that. I don't remember exactly. And once you put your email in there and you register, then every book you buy, you can keep there on our database. But if it's easier for you, you can also download them and put them on your phone. Where do you guys think I get these audios? I download them. I have my own account over there. So if you want to join the family, it's a good way to get started. You get your first Vaughn book, and it's kind of cool because you see them digitally. So, it says, estos son los libros que tienes, el audio. And then, as I said, you can listen to them there. You can download them all together. You can download them individually. Really, it's quite simple. So if you're looking for some Christmas presents, you can go over to the Vaughn Tienda. It's vaughntienda.com. I would get your orders in ASAP because it doesn't seem like it, but I mean, we've already gotten through the first week of December. And before you know it, in the blink of an eye, Christmas is going to be here. So just letting you guys know, go over to Vaughn Tienda now and order your favorite Vaughn books. All right, here's your challenge. 3 things. I gave you the word mareado we looked at. We looked at a lot of words with that zzz sound. So I gave you the word mareado. So here's your translation. Estoy mareado. Estoy a punto de potar, de vomitar. You can give me, there are many different ways to say it. We'll see all the different ones we've got. So you know who says this all the time? Yours truly. Un servidor. Every time I'm in the car, I feel like I'm not going to say it. See, I almost gave you the answer. Well, I was going to say there's no wrong answer, but there are many ways to say potar, vomitar. Okay? Or as my daughter says, gomitar. So, estoy mareado, estoy a punto de, I want to look at that on purpose. Estoy a punto de potar o vomitar. The next one, we looked at soy adicto a algo, no? We heard it in there, something about adicto. So how would you say soy adicto a aprender el inglés con Vaughan Radio? Okay, so soy adicto a aprender inglés con Vaughan Radio. All right, that is number 2. And the last one, ¿me prestas esa cosucha? A ver cómo lo traducen. I always forget this word in Spanish. ¿Me prestas? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Here it says cosa, chisme, vaina. I love that word in Latin America. So here we go again. These are all 3 of them. Remember, if you want to participate, you can participate in our group. Estoy mareado. Estoy a punto de vomitar. That's number 1. I don't mean to be gross, but we need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sure we do. That's right. The second one. Soy adicto a aprender inglés con Vaughan Radio. Soy adicto a aprender inglés con Vaughan Radio. And the third one is me prestas esa cosa, ese chisme. Here it says chirimbolo, picha. Oh, whoa. Hey, that's what it says here. Chunche, chisme, coso, joda. Negociante, geez Louise, perol, vaina. The ones I've heard is cosa, chisme, vaina. In Mexico, I guess they say madre. Préstame la madre, güey. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Casi lo digo también. So, folks, let's see. Nobody has participated yet, but I'm sure you guys are on the verge. Estáis a punto. I don't doubt it for a second. If you want to participate, guys, you can always participate on the Vaughn Radio app. You can participate in real time. Also, other shows wherever you listen to podcasts. And as you guys know, right now in December, we're taking a little break on FYI. I need a little break from producing episodes and my classes and all that jazz. But stay tuned, because tomorrow I will be releasing the bonus episode of FYI on Lego. You know, the famous blocks, where I tell you all about my experience there as well. It's an amazing place. Oh, Legoland. So that's coming out this coming Friday. You've also got on the 22nd of December, You don't have to mark your calendars. If you're following FYI, you'll have the bonus episode on chocolate. Vamos a pronunciarlo todo juntos. Chocolate. And on the 29th of December, so that's all this month, even though you don't have FYI, you've got bonus episodes coming out every Friday. And on the 29th, I thought it was very appropriate, we've got motivation. Oh, yeah. All right, well, my amigos, we need to go to a quick commercial break right now. I can't believe it. Time flies when you're having fun. We'll be right back with tons more Show with No Name. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of today's Show with No Name. Christmas is just a couple of weeks away, so get in the holiday spirit with us here at Vaughn Radio. As always, in the coming weeks, we'll be taking a look at some Christmas carols. Villancicos. Christmas carols. ¿Tienes alguna amiga que se llama Carol? Well, in English, her name means villancico. Christmas carol. Yeah, we'll play some games. We'll learn some of the, we can learn English from some of the classics. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. You better not. Más te vale no hacerlo. You better not pout. To pout. Lloriquear, to whine, to pout. Man, we can even learn from Christmas carols that are age-old. Milenarios. I learned that word in Spanish. Milenario. Age-old. Me flipan esas cosas, I love those kind of things. And I learned them because who do you think prepares the script for the Show with No Name? Who do you think prepares the script every week for FYI? You're looking at them, folks. All right, well, we've got to start with today's Say What soundbite. Yeah.
Say what?
Come on. All right, amigos, your Say What soundbite here on the Show with No Name. The part of the show where we listen carefully to a famous person, and that famous person has got something to say, and I want you guys to jot it down, word for word. But at first, I just want you to give me your take, your opinion, based on what you heard. And be eloquent. Be thorough. Concienzudo. Whether you're participating with us live or you're just jotting it down on a piece of paper or you're participating aloud. You know, the most important thing is for me, you participate aloud. So if you tell me, Alberto, I never write it down. I never write down what you say, but, everything you say, I repeat it. Or, I never write in the comments because I'm not fast enough or whatever. But I swear to you, when you say repeat the structure, when you teach us a new thing, I say it aloud. Well, you know what? That is precisely what I'm looking for. So, Show with No Namers, a well-deserved applause for each and every one of you, no matter how you tune into the program. We recommend the Vaughn Radio app because then you have access to it all the time. That's the thing. Radio, it's unreliable, especially these days. A lot of radio is streaming, so you can stream Vaughn Radio, as they call it. We used to say broadcast, but now it's stream. You can stream Vaughn Radio from your phone, and I can't think of an easier way to do it. All right, well, folks, everybody get ready and pay close attention. This is the Say What soundbite for the first time.
But I just want to congratulate all the inductees tonight. All of them are very well deserving. It's a special honor to play with these young men. After 1992, which was my last game competitive I ever played in, pretty good way to go out, winning a gold medal.
All right, there you go, amigos. All right, let me give it to you again. I'll just give you a breather, un descanso, un suspiro, just to let it sink in. Buenísima expresión. Remember Elon Musk when he bought Twitter? Well, he walked in with a sink, un fregadero. Think about that. Let that sink in. Que entre ese fregadero. But also let that sink in. Que asimiles lo que está pasando. So Elon Musk. By the way, we've got an FYI episode on Elon Musk coming up very soon. And whether you like the guy or hate the guy, he's interesting. And in the episodes, we talk about his love life. We talk about how many kids he has, which is incredible. And he's even lost a kid too, due to SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. But wait, I'm not going to give you that whole episode now. Tune in. Follow FYI wherever you follow your Vaughn podcast. All right, here's the Say What soundbite for the second time, amigos.
But I just want to congratulate all the inductees tonight. All of them are very well deserving. It's a special honor to play with these young men. After 1992, which was my last game competitive I ever played in, pretty good way to go out, winning a gold medal.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And here's a little clue. This sport is so much more than merely bouncing a ball about, shooting baskets, and running your butt off back and forth for 48 minutes. It's a cult that captivates both on the court and out of bounds. We'll get to the bottom of basketball on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
You got it. So there you go, folks. There you go. The FYI episode on basketball. So I guess this person has something to do with the world of basketball. Or not. Maybe I'm just trying to throw you guys off. Desconcertados. All right, no, you know me. I'm not doing that. Definitely. This person definitely has something to do with b-ball. Basketball. All right, here we go, folks. We've got to check your answers here. I see we've got a lot of people participating in our pop quiz. A nice round of applause for each and every one of our Show with No Namers. Awesome job. Okay, so estoy mareado. I'm dizzy. Say it with me. We said a lot of words with that sound in that audio clip. Zzz, it's easy. Dizzy. I feel a little bit queasy. Queasy is another one. Great one. Queasy. Write that one down. Queasy is when you feel uneasy, toma, in your stomach. Ooh, I feel a little bit queasy. Sometimes they're linked. Dizzy is más mareo de cabeza, and queasy is el mareo con esto. But they both have zzz. So I'm dizzy and queasy and lazy and wheezy. And to wheeze, to be wheezy, when you can't breathe very well, you're wheezing. Oh my God. We're playing with words. So dizzy, like when you go on a ride. Now, si te mareas en el coche, we say you're car sick. Si te mareas en el avión, air sick. I get car sick all the time. And I get queasy. I get dizzy, I get it all. And I have to open the window because I need some air because I always tell my wife, I'm about to, hay que saber esta estructura, estoy a punto de, I'm about to puke. I'm about to vomit. I'm about to throw up. Yeah, that's a weird one, but it's really throw down, right? I'm about to retch. I'm about to barf. I'm about to Ralph. You know him from The Simpsons? Yep. I'm about to toss my cookies. Esa es mi favorita. To echar las galletas. To toss, lanzar las galletas. So however you want to say it, there are many different ways to say it. Most common, puke, vomit. You can also say to chuck or to upchuck. Many different ways to say it. I think the most common, though, is throw up. To be honest, I think the most common is vomit or throw up, right? So I'm dizzy or I'm queasy, now that you know the difference. I'm about to throw up. The good thing is, this is fiction. I don't get radio sick. I do get car sick. I never get air sick. And I've never gotten sick on a roller coaster, but if you put me on something that goes round and round, and I'm talking about a simple merry-go-round, Tío Vivo, somebody had a sense of humor with that name, Live Uncle, Tío Vivo. You guys are too much. Bueno, también es gracioso en inglés, a merry-go-round. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, es felicidad va en círculos. You want to go on the merry-go-round and be merry with me? And the expression that comes to mind is the more, the merrier. Cuanto más, mejor. So we looked at a couple ways to say mareado, diferentes tipos de mareado. Unos con el estómago involucrado. And we looked at a lot of ways to say to toss your cookies. And if you get lost, you can always say vomit. Pero no digas vomit, no es ba, it's va, vomit, vomit. All right, we'll move on now. But hey, you need to know this stuff. You need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I said. All right, the next one. Estoy enganchado a aprender inglés con Vaughan Radio. And by the way, again, as I look in our virtual chat room over here, all I see are correct answers from our amigos. So wonderful job. And it's great because I got both options. And we can learn both options, if you didn't know them, from two different songs. So, some of you put, I'm addicted to learning English with Vaughn Radio. I'm addicted to. And it's interesting, because después del to va ing. I'm addicted to learning English with Vaughn Radio. So great job to all of you who put addicted to. The song? Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. The lights are on, and you're not whole. You're mine, and not your own. Your heart beats, your body sweats. One kiss is all you need. Oh, like to think that you're immune to this stuff. Oh, yeah. You know that line? You like to think, te gustaría pensar, you like to think that you're immune to this stuff. Estás inmune a esto. Oh, yeah. And then he says, might as well face it. Buenísimas expresiones en esa canción. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. So to be addicted to, y si ponemos verbos, ing. I'm addicted to learning English with Vaughn Radio. I get it. I'm addicted to teaching you guys. You're addictive, para mirar el adjetivo. And some of you put, I'm hooked on. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you got me thirsty. I forget the lyrics, but the important part is you. Sing it with me. You hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing. I'm hooked on. So I'm hooked on learning English with Vaughn Radio. Great job, guys. And also, in our last one, there were different ways to say this as well. Because if you heard in the audio, I said a few different ways to say chisme, cosilla, eso, el yo no sé qué. All right, and that one is, the word is thingamabob or thingamajig. Thingamabob or thingamajig is the word. Okay? And there are two different ways that you could say me prestas. And I see we got them both here in the group as well. Nice job. Show with no namers. Can you lend me the thingamabob? Can you lend me the thingamajig? So that would be one way to say it. And the other one, cambiamos de sujeto. Can I borrow the thingamajig? And if you ask me that, you know what I'm going to say? Because borrow is tomar prestado. I'm going to say, if you don't even know what it's called, I'm not letting you borrow it. So there you go, folks. Those totally native things that we learn. If you want to learn more, of course, you've got This Book is the Milk Too, among many other amazing materials, and they're all available at our Vaughn Tienda, vaughntienda.com, or you can stop by in person. Don't forget, we have got offices in Valladolid, Santander, Vigo, Madrid, Barcelona. I know I'm missing some. Cáceres, no, that would be nice. Es que no tengo la lista. Well, wherever we're located, stop by. And if not, you can stop by our website. GrupoVaughn.com is our main website. And VaughnTienda.com is our bookshop. All right, bookworms, ratones de biblioteca, bookworms, it's time for today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
All right, amigos. That's right. It is time for our Spelling Bee. This is probably one of the most challenging sections that you'll see on the show today or any day. So if you don't get it, don't get frustrated. If it's really hard, even for a native speaker. I mean, I think that first round, it's the textbook definition of hellish. De demonios. And it's supposed to be that way. That's the idea. I'm not supposed to make it easy. Not everybody is easy to understand. Not everybody takes pauses when they speak. Some people, and there's nothing wrong with those people, but you got to be ready for anything. And that's kind of the idea behind the say what soundbite. You're ready for anything that could come your way from somebody who's like, bubbity bibbity bobbity boobity bang bang. I went down on a wing on a summit on the range, and I went down, and we well done went crazy over there. And what? So I'm preparing you for this, and I hate this expression. Siempre nos lo decían en el cole. I'm preparing you for the real world. What is this? What is this we're living in? All right, folks, here we go. It's today's spelling bee, and this is round one. Let's capitalize the first letter of every word. Here we go. The first one is ROYAL space OPERA space HOUSE. The second one is COVENT space GARDEN. The third one is ROYAL space BALLET. The fourth one is GEORGE space FRIDERIC space HANDEL. The fifth one is PROSCENIUM. And the last one is BOW space STREET. And there you go, folks. I'll give you a little clue. ¿Qué tiene que ver la Universidad de Oxford con Vaughan? Pues muchísimo. Es una alegría anunciar que Vaughan ha sido certificado como centro examinador de Oxford Test of English. A partir del próximo mes de marzo 2023, podrás hacer los exámenes de Oxford Test of English en los centros de Vaughan. Si quieres más información sobre esta iniciativa de Vaughan y Oxford, puedes ver más en nuestra página web, grupovaughan.com. O bien síguenos en redes sociales para más información. Oxford Test of English con Vaughan.
Brilliant.
That's right, folks. That's right. There you go. It's the Oxford Test of English, and it's here at all our Vaughan centers. So stop by and see how you can get in on the action. All right. Speaking of getting in on the action, metiéndote en el ajo, I don't see anybody who has figured out our spelling bee on the first round. So here we go. This is round 2 of today's spelling bee. Good luck, amigos. I know somebody is going to be able to figure it out. There's no doubt in my mind. All right, here we go. The first one is ROYAL space OPERA space HOUSE. The second one is COVENT space GARDEN. The third one is ROYAL space BALLET. The fourth one is GEORGE space FRIDERIC space HANDEL. The fifth one is PROSCENIUM. The sixth one is BOW space STREET. And it looks like we've got some winners over here. Show with no namers. Awesome job, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it that anybody, I mean, even as I said, native speakers would have some difficulty because that first time, especially, I fly. And you guys are lucky. I go easy on you. And what am I talking about? I don't always go easy on you. Que os doy caña también. But at the same time, we don't do numbers nearly as much as we should. And don't think that I haven't noticed that. But it's because I don't like doing numbers either. But from time to time, it's good to look at dates, prices, and all that jazz. In fact, let me jot it down. And that's what I should do. I should remind myself, like clockwork, at least every 2 weeks to include some numbers in our spelling bee. Well, great job to all of you. And right now we are off to a quick commercial break, my amigos. I can't believe we're halfway through today's show. We've got so much to do in the third and fourth parts of the show. We're going to laugh. We're going to play. We're going to learn some English. And then today at 12:30, when this is all said and done, cuando todo el bacalao está vendido, is that what you say? When all is said and done, you've got Ximena Holiday with Test Your English. All that and much more when we come back. So, you know what I'm going to say. So then say it with me. Stick around. Nice job, amigos. And thanks for learning and laughing with us here every day on the show with no name. Newsflash. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to bring you this breaking news. Attention all show with no namers. As of January 2024, the Show with No Name live stream will be available exclusively to my patrons. If you'd like to continue to watch the show daily and participate in real time, join us at patreon.com/Alberto Alonso. And what is Patreon, you may ask? Well, as many of you know, I've been teaching for over 20 years. I've taught all kinds of people, from famous folks to young kids. And with a background in acting, I love communication. I have a radio show that's been on the air for 15 years and a very successful podcast called FYI. I've also written 5 books and have appeared on numerous TV and radio programs. But the thing I'm most proud of is this curious community on Patreon that we are creating every day together. And I really think you should join us. For as little as €3 a month, you can have access to Show with No Name live stream daily. Every week you can get a bonus episode of FYI. Also PDFs so you can follow the podcast. And the moment you sign up, you'll have access to an archive of over 1,000 posts. You'll also get early access to all my content. And a new feature, a chat, so you can have direct access to me and your fellow students. And most of all, you'll be a part of a curious community of people just like you, English explorers, consider joining us on Patreon for as little as €3 a month, and you'll get access to so many English resources. And I highly recommend you sign up for a yearly membership. This way you make a commitment and you'll also save 10%. And don't take my word for it. Just ask some of my interstellar students.
I've already improved my pronunciation, and as a consequence, I've gained a lot of confidence in my speaking. Thanks to our weekly review class and our monthly masterclass, where, by the way, to top it off, we have a lot of fun. In a nutshell, if you are willing to better your English much more in a fun way, you won't regret it if you join us.
Alberto is a passionate teacher, an excellent communicator, and what I think is key, he's able to put himself in the student's shoes. He's always willing to help. You'll have access to a wide range of topic every week, bonus content, vocabulary receipts, weekly review classes, monthly master classes, and so on. I think it's much more than just learning English. So go to Patreon, have a look around, and give it a try.
Because it has helped me keep my English in check and improve my language skills in the most fun way, because his podcast is really entertaining and fun, and so are the classes that we have afterwards to revise and go over the vocabulary and just discuss interesting topics. So if you're considering becoming a Patreon, don't hesitate, because that's a great way to improve your English.
We now return you back to your regularly scheduled program. So what are you waiting for? Learn and laugh with us in our curious community over on patreon.com/Alberto Alonso. See you there. All right, welcome back. Show with no name in the second half. Welcome back. Welcome back. On radio. Here we go. I want to send a shout out each and every one of ya. I don't know what I'd do without ya. So, show with no naming, not blaming. We're learning and growing and doing things we knowing. We're loving, we're doing and making tons of friends. Yeah. A shout out to the Show with No Name crew. Woo! Yeah, Chris Varro. Welcome back, Laura. Second half and Kubla. There's Iron Man. Woo! And Salva. Maria Jose. Where you at? Where you at? Yes, 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 yes. Don't forget about Monses and Nudia, Mija, David, Carmen, Jose Maria. Sing it. Leo. You should know it by now. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Hey, Onyx, Edgar. Where's Vero? There she is. Paco, Elena, Joaquin. On the show with no namers. Hands up with no namers. Lena. All right. Show with no name is our game, and it drives us insane. Every day, double trouble in Spain. Coming up next. Show with no namers. Double trouble. Thank you. Double trouble. Shout out to you. I'm trying to warn you. You know I love you too. Double trouble. Yeah. Double trouble. Show with no name. Coming up. Double trouble. Double trouble.
trouble.
Merci.
Double trouble.
Gracias.
Double trouble.
Show with no namers.
Double trouble. Double trouble. Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble here on the show with no name. And as always, in this section, you have to use the same word twice. What's going on in the background? Where are we? Oh, wait. We just traveled back in time. This is my high school gymnasium. That's me, that fat kid. Man, I didn't even get it near the hoop. Oops, maybe I just gave you a clue in today's Double Trouble. Well, you know I like helping you out whenever I can. And you guys know I'm not by any means an athlete. Atleta, you can call me a lot of things. Just don't call me an athlete. All right, well, here it is, folks. You have to use the same word twice. Hemos tenido que superar trabas. Pero al final, jugamos al baloncesto un viernes sí y otro no. So, hemos tenido que superar trabas. Hemos tenido que superar trabas, pero al final jugamos al baloncesto un viernes sí y otro no. And while you guys are thinking it over, let me tell you about Vaughn Groups. Do you know about Vaughn Groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn Groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831. Or you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn Groups are for you. All right, folks, that's right, Vaughn Groups. More information at our website, grupovaughn.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media. All right, here's your Say What soundbite 2 while we're trying to figure out our Double Trouble. Here it is for the third time.
But I just want to congratulate all the inductees tonight. All of them are very well deserving. It's a special honor to play with these young men. After 1992, which was my last game competitive I ever played in, pretty good way to go out, winning a gold medal.
All right, there you go, folks. That's the Say What soundbite. And here it is for the fourth and final time.
But I just want to congratulate all the inductees tonight. All of them are very well deserving. It's a special honor to play with these young men. After 1992, which was my last game competitive I ever played in, pretty good way to go out, winning a gold medal.
All right, there you go, folks. I think it obviously has something to do with basketball. And I think anybody who remembers 1992 gold medal basketball, Barcelona, the dream team. Did anybody put Did anybody put 2 and 2 together? ¿Alguien ha unido ahí los cabos? Yes, folks. So we're talking about somebody on the dream team, one of the greatest basketballers to ever live. All right, let's go over our spelling bee really quickly. Today we're looking at something very British, just like our Oxford English. And today, in the year 1732, let me see how long I can keep up my British accent. I'm going to go posh today. Because, you know, I can go like this if you want, where I don't care what I fucking say, mate. You know, it's your your fucking problem, ain't it? Your bloody problem ain't mine. Or I can speak the Queen's English. And for me, at least, it's easier to speak proper English. So today in the year 17, and this is all about imitation. You might be laughing at me right now, saying, Alberto, you're not British. Well, you can't sound like a British person. Well, of course I can. Of course. Cheers, mate. It's all about imitation. I always tell you to imitate people. I mean, what do you think little Lara's doing in our latest section, Learn with Lara? She's learning with her father. That's right. She is unaware. Mira cuánta respiración usan los ingleses. She's unaware, inconsciente, that she's learning with her father and her mother and her sister and her brother. She doesn't have any siblings, but just want you to hear how the British are very breathy. They use quite a lot of breath when they speak. And some of them, you know, they use it. Well, technically, like King Charles. Remember, we saw him a couple of weeks ago. We saw Old Sausage Fingers. He's like, well, when I met Camilla, she was a lovely lady. And you're just like, okay, man, just calm down a bit, all right? Just relax. Maybe you have social, you know, your fear of social situations, but just calm down. You shouldn't be king then. So today, in the year 1732, the Royal Opera House opened at Covent Garden in London, England. Yes, and as they say, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Oh, yes. I'm so clever, so witty. It's not over till the fat lady sings means no cantes victoria todavía. No se ha acabado esto. It's not over till the fat lady sings. Think about it. In the opera, I guess that's the finale. I'm not a big opera buff, but a great one to know. It's not over till the fat lady sings. And today, the Royal Opera House, as it's called, opened in 1732 in Covent Garden area of London, England, mate. Bueno, mate es poco posh, eh? Aunque lo dicen cada tercera palabra en general. Number 3 in our spelling bee was the Royal Ballet. Now, I know in Spanish you say we went to a buffet, hace ballet, but in English, when we pronounce the E-T, which usually comes from French, we say it like A. You know the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So it's just like that. Ballet. We're going to the ballet. But first we've got to park the car in the valet. What's another one? And then we're going to a buffet. It's a lovely buffet. Yes, it is. I'm sure you can think of other words with that E-T that sounds like an A. Number 4, George Frederick Handel. And they said that he really handled the opening night really well. Number 5, proscenium. Do you know this word? Only a theater nerd, a thespian, would know this word. A proscenium is the proscenium arch. When you go into a theater and you're sitting in the house is el público, and you're sitting in the house and you're looking at the stage, the most common one you'll see is called a proscenium stage. This is where the stage is framed. Está hecho en un cuadro. All right, it's the typical one. Then you've got thrust, which is one that comes out. Right, thrust, sobresale parte del escenario. And then you've got in the round, which Shakespeare, we love to do Shakespeare in the round. Yes? Lovely. Well, giving you a little bit of theater nerdology. The proscenium. And it's located on Bow Street or Bow Street. Does it have to do with boats? If it has to do with boats, then it's Bow Street. If it has to do with bow makers who made bows on hats, then it's Bow Street. I guess I would have to ask one of my British friends there. All right, well, wonderful job to each and every one of you. Wonderful job. Toodles and kudos, as we say where I come from. But we've got much to do here, so we're going to move on to a little celebration, my amigos. It's famous birthday trivia. Don't worry, I'll ditch the accent. To ditch es perder. I'll ditch the accent.
1, 2, 3, 4. Famous birthdays for you. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
Oh my, where has my head gone? No, I said I was going to ditch the accent. We forgot to solve today's double trouble. And as I see, thanks for reminding me, folks. Many people have figured it out. I mean, it's pretty similar in Spanish. So, hemos tenido que superar trabas, barreras, obstáculos. We've had to jump through hoops. Think of the circus, by the way. There's an FYI episode on circuses. We've had to jump through hoops. Same thing, hoop. I think of hoop earrings as well, los de aro. We've had to jump through, apréndetelo como una frase hecha, to jump through hoops. They want me to jump through hoops, right? So we've had to jump through hoops. But in the end, al final, we shoot hoops every other Friday. And to shoot hoops is just a very native way of saying playing some basketball. So excellent job to all my amigos. Excellent job in that section. We're learning a little bit about basketball. Just a quick reminder, at our Vaughn Tienda, we have a great book, and it is called Speak Basketball. It's part of our Speak collection. We have Speak Football, we have Speak Basketball. So those of you who are into sports, these are perfect resources for you. And I know personally, because I have all of these books, that they don't just deal with sports. So sports is the excuse, but then you'll learn stuff about business. You'll learn idiomatic expressions, common mistakes. It's a great gift idea for that sports lover, that kid in the family who's shooting hoops and playing basketball or soccer, whatever sport they're doing. And then if not, if, they don't know what sport they're into yet, they're indecisive, well, you can get them English for Sport with Mary Stab. And remember, all these materials come with audio. I think it's key when it comes to repeating what you hear, as we said, what my daughter's doing naturally, not thinking about the grammar or es con el gerundio o con el infinitivo. If I said that to my daughter, you know what she would say to me? What are you talking about, Dad? She would look at me like I had 3 heads. All right, so let's see who's celebrating a birthday today. The first birthday boy was born today in 1966, an American actor, director, producer, and screenwriter. And he's been in movies such as Soul Man. I love that movie. You couldn't make that movie these days. Soul Man is a movie about a guy who turns black. He takes some pill. I can't remember. He's some cream, and he turns himself black so he can go to college for like in a different scholarship, otra beca. And I don't know if you could do it these days. I remember thinking it was a great movie, though. He was also in Red Dawn. That's a classic. And I think they just remade that. Well, the original is the original. He was also in The Outsiders. And in 1982, that's where he got his start, his big break as Tyler in Steven Spielberg's classic E.T. And you guys know the famous line from that movie is E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. The next person, well, he was born in 1949. His last name is Espera. And it's funny because he's got a song called Hold On. Think about the irony there. Espera. And he's got a song called Hold On. So he is an American singer, songwriter, guitarist, and actor. Here, let me try and imitate his voice without destroying mine. Baby, I've been waiting. I've been waiting half my life away. You know I really love you. Do-do-do-do. I really heard your prayer. Now I have officially destroyed whatever was left of my voice. The good thing is we just got one more show left this week, which is tomorrow. And I hope you guys are all ready to participate in our question of the week. I'm excited. I've heard from many of you. And, well, what are you waiting for? You've got 24 less. No, before the end of today. What do you mean 24 hours? You've had plenty of time. Stop putting it off. Stop procrastinating. So that's number 2. Number 3, this person was born in 1956. He played for the Boston Celtics, famous American team in the United States. He also played on the Dream Team in 1992. That's where he retired with a gold medal. And if we translate his name in Spanish, it's Pájaro. That's right. Pájaro. I think everybody knows who I'm talking about. Yes, the one and only Larry Bird. And they called him, he's got a couple nicknames, Larry Bird. One of them is the Hick from French Lick. French Lick is a town, I didn't know that, in Indiana. And the Hick is el cateto, el paleto. So the Hick from French Lick is what they call him. The Hick from French Lick, or Larry Legend. And as you guys know, Rip the Twitter bird, but the Twitter bird's nickname was Larry. And it was a tribute to one of the greatest basketball players ever, Larry Bird, who is today's Say What soundbite. He was talking about the Dream Team, and we're going there now. But let's look at our other birthday boys and girls. Number 1 was C. Thomas Howell. Great job, everybody. Wonderful. C. Thomas Howell, an actor. I don't think he's doing as much these days, but he was huge in the 80s. C. Thomas Howell. And number 2, Tom Waits. And it's funny because, like I said, one of his most popular songs is Hold On. So Tom Waits, but hold on, you're going to wait for him too. Or I always think of this one. You know, in Spain, you guys have 2 surnames, 2 last names. So maybe his second surname is for no one. You get it? Tom Waits for no one. Tom no espera a nadie. He's got that raspy, husky voice. I've got to be honest, I'm not a huge fan, but I get it. I get that he's an original, like Bob Dylan. You can imitate him, but that's precisely what you can do. Imitate him. You'll never be him. He's an original. And as much as Tom Waits is not my cup of tea, I do think the guy is extremely talented. And by the way, who am I? Risto Mejide now? Am I Simon Cowell over here? Am I Larry Bird? In the pantheon, can I cast judgment upon everybody else? No way, Jose. Speaking of Larry Bird, this is him speaking. And he said, I just want to congratulate all the inductees tonight. So an inductee is somebody who has just been inducted. In this case, they're talking about the Basketball Hall of Fame. He was just inducted, some younger guys. He goes, all of them are very well deserving. Todos se lo merecen a saco, a tope. All of them are very well deserving. He says, it's a special honor to play with these young men. Es un honor especial jugar con ellos. After 1992, Barcelona, baby. After 1992, which was my last game competitive, so there he corrected himself because normally the adjective goes first. My last competitive game, but he goes, my last game competitive, not a game where it was for charity or something. He goes, I ever played in. He goes, pretty good way to go out. Buena forma de salir por la, no, es una forma de salir por la puerta grande would be, right? To go out with a bang is a really good expression we use. And he says, winning a gold medal. So here he is, the legend, Larry Bird.
But I just want to congratulate all the inductees tonight. All of them are very well deserving. It's a special honor to play with these young men. After 1992, which was my last game competitive I ever played in, pretty good way to go out, winning a gold medal.
All right, folks. Larry Bird. Oh, and please don't be one of those people who says beard, bird, bard, beard, bard. So let's review them really quickly. Every time this word comes up, I like to go over it. So say the word and let's see if you said it correctly. I'll say it in Spanish and then I'll say it in English. So the first word is barba. Barba. Say it. The word is beard. Did you say beard? Great. Okay. Oso. Oso. The word is bear. Bear. Did you say it correctly? Good job. Okay, the next one's pájaro. We just said that one a few times. You better get this one. Pájaro is bird. Bird. Piensa que esa I como si fuera una E. Bird. Y rima con word. Y normalmente la gente sabe pronunciar word. I said a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Folks, we're going to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the rest of today's show with no name. So, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around.